Welcome back, beautiful people. Welcome back. This is the PC Club. This is a Guru House Magazine show. This is a Guru House Magazine broadcast. PC Club stands for physical copies. We encourage you and everybody out there to buy physical copies. Streaming services are a scam.
Yes,
they don't pay shit, and they're not good for the music industry. They're not good for music culture. All right, that's why we're here. And if you watching this, that's probably why you're here too. Okay, we got some good ones for y'all, man. But before we get into that, Kev is here. Sean is here. Oh, and for some of y'all that's confused, that's Sean T. I'm Sean G. All right.
You're right. Not to me.
Yeah, y'all was cooking me from the last episode, man. Niggas was telling me to get a job. They said I had an L take. They said, did I even listen to the rest of the song or to watch the rest of the music video? No, I didn't. I don't care, bro.
I'm coworkers that said that. They like, you don't listen to Lil Dicky? I said, listen to Lil Dicky. Like,
who? Who? What? Nigga, what? Get out my face, man.
That's really wild. There's people that get in their car and they put on a playlist that got Lil Dicky on there, Weird Al Yankovic, Lil Nagas. They go about their
nigga, fucking MTV rappers.
Yeah, bro.
And now we're not bashing white rappers. That's not what we're doing. You know what I mean? We love us a Eminem record. You know what I mean? We love us
but where? How much can you really get? How many white rappers can you name? That's really like.
Shout out to rest in peace to my guy Mac Miller.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, respect him. It's I don't really listen to what's that nigga called?
Macklemore. No, man.
He
was a rapper. I thought he was a singer.
We're not gonna get into that. My guy Kendrick was shunned that year. He should have. Jack, I fuck with Jack.
I feel like Jack is he gonna definitely turn up on another level.
I don't know if he has another level. I feel like he's plateaued.
And that's good for him. I feel like if he's at a good space where he can stay there for a couple of years.
Facts.
You know what I think he is? He's like a Justin Timberlake rapper.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
No, for real, like
Man in the Woods is crazy.
He makes some hits and you be like, oh, is this nigga?
No.
For them teen little girls, they definitely going up there.
I think I agree with Kev. I don't know what's happening, bro. We got a good one for you guys, man. Listen, there's a Mount Rushmore of rappers out there, and we're not assholes. Okay, we're not gonna act like we don't respect the greats. So today, the artist, and if you peep, Steve is not here. All right, Steve had to handle some business. He has a life outside of this podcast, unfortunately. But it just so happens that the day that we talk about Jay-Z.
The GOAT.
Where is Steve?
The evil laugh is crazy.
It's crazy because my theory is just support my theory that Steve don't fuck with Jay-Z. That's cool. We're not gonna get into that. So today, the artist we're gonna talk about our favorite album for is Jay-Z. All right. Mr. Jigga Man. Hove. All right. We're not Hovengers. I don't want you to think we are some of those guys. Avengers is a pole jocker for Jay-Z that just is really a Jay-Z defender and is super excited about anything he puts out.
Okay, no, I'm not getting excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of y'all, man. Some of y'all listen to that Jay-Z and name Jay Electronica album.
Electronica.
Yeah, some of y'all listen to that Jay Electronica album and Jay-Z, and y'all was defending it. Yeah, I mean, you're sick. You have a problem. Get help, please.
Came in with
exactly, man.
I didn't even know what y'all was talking about.
Exactly, that shit was a dub.
I was waiting for it, or they were waiting for Jay Electronica at least.
Exactly.
They got their fans, and it was just Jay. They like, oh, it's gonna be a.
The idea of these two rap superpowers coming together was, exciting. I respect that, but when it landed, that shit landed with a dud. All right, it was nothing. It was the beats.
Yeah, you know how they show you like those olden time movies where they black and white with no words.
Yo.
They're like like a piano.
Yo.
Who want to kick it off? Because I got some thoughts. You know, I got opinions as always. You know, niggas attacked me last time.
I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start it.
Yeah, what's your favorite album, Sean T?
My favorite album, and no, yeah, Steve said it, but no, it's not because of Steve. But shout out to Steve. It's American Gangster. Follow, and I'm gonna do one of you. They be having like fucking secret albums. He be throwing in the mix albums and shit.
No,
like
Sean set a standard. We can't go back.
Nah, they can but he has a reference, nigga.
But yeah, no, American Gangster I definitely liked, and Blueprint 3. But the sleeper joint, I'm definitely gonna sneak one in as Kingdom Come.
No, you can't have two favorite albums, nigga.
No, but I said no. It was 3, but I said it was sneak one underneath the rug. So
right.
Kingdom Come, I think was nice. It was a fun album.
Okay.
It was definitely a fun album. It was definitely for its time. It's a little dated, but lyrically it wasn't. I think the beats was definitely dated. But American Gangster, minus the artwork, was nice.
Beef with the artwork.
Yeah, what's your beef with the artwork?
The beef with the artwork, and it's no real. It is beef. That artwork is lazy. That artwork is lazy as shit. It's lazy as fuck.
Was American Gangster was that the official soundtrack to the movie?
No, and that's Paramount or whoever made the movie. 20th Century Fox, whoever it is. I don't know if y'all know. I don't know right at the moment, but yeah, like they specifically said that album had nothing to do with the movie, nothing to do with the movie at all.
Say I don't care.
Like yeah, he just jumped on it soon, and it's crazy because it came out just in time for the movie to be released, which is cool. Lyrically, it was nice, but I feel like he just copied his face over top of Denzel Washington's body.
The ironies of that fact that you just shot off, the fact that Paramount said it had nothing to do with this movie. If y'all know the movie, if y'all watching the movie, audience, y'all know that there's a scene in that movie where Denzel Washington says, "Blue Magic, it's a brand. I endorse it. I stick by it." Right? To an imitator. Right, to someone that has nothing to do with Blue Magic and to his shop. It is so funny that Jay-Z, who has nothing to do,
right,
nothing to do with American Gangster, made his own Blue Magic.
Right. He single off American Gangster called Blue Magic.
Is it? I don't even know. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but they couldn't trademark. You can't trademark no drug. Yeah. But it was nice. But I just think that art was trash. It was lazy. He could have done a whole lot different. But I guess he just like, oh, it's the movie. I was a drug dealer. This is a drug movie. I'm gonna put this together. No, like you could have done a whole lot more. Come on, Jay. Like,
but the tracks, the actual album, it was well put together.
Yeah. The album, bangers. Yeah, it was bangers. It was definitely something I could revisit now to this day. I could definitely revisit. Some
standout tracks out there, John.
Some standout tracks I would definitely say would be I Know, Ignorant Shit. With Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel.
She was on that show.
Yeah, with Beanie Siegel.
Ooh.
And I think that was really like I don't want to say the end of Beans, but I think that was just like
it was the tail end of his.
It was the tail end between them two, and I think Beans really shot off his last clip with that one. But it was nice. It was definitely nice, and I fucks with that one heavy. But yeah, those are my albums. But Kingdom Come was my sleeper album.
That's a good job, man. Yeah, I remember. I do remember that when that album dropped. I didn't.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah. It was a good joint, man. It landed in a weird space in the music history, right? It was the time period where we all were starting to legally download music. You know what I mean?
Mixtape Weebie was cooking at that time.
Exactly. It was the market was saturated with a bigger name than Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I mean, at the time. So it was an interesting time for him to drop that. But I remember that, man. That's interesting that was
in high school. We had a little group text and everything. Yo, we getting that joint after school. If y'all remember, if y'all old enough, gallery. We was all in the gallery waiting for that joint. He's buying a fucking grown ass man album.
Right. All right. Good take, man.
You go down the line. See, I have one favorite Jay-Z album.
Sir.
This is the top Jay-Z album, the best Jay-Z album of all time. None other than The Blueprint.
This nigga 40. Nigga 40 years old, dog.
This album, even when I revisit it today, or even like when I remember the first time I heard it, it just sounds like the GOAT is talking his shit.
Yeah.
Like, we tend to use like sports analogies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Michael Jordan coming back, his first retirement, like after the first three-peat, coming back to remind niggas like, All right, y'all did a little something, but the first song, The Rule Is Back.
So you said
song, Takeover.
So that's on the
Takeover.
Jordan, you talking about like wearing the 4 or 5?
Yeah. Ain't to play games with you.
He was serious. After coming from Space Jam, just jump right in there.
Dang, that's what this felt like. Every track, like even if I go down the list, like we talk about him being vulnerable. You got songs like Song Cry, Girls, 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 where they were commercial successes, but we look like they're still classics to this day for a reason.
100%.
Okay.
So I think like he was like, and it goes to an earlier conversation we was having about 444, where like he kicking that knowledge. I could use this as an example of like, yo, he's been kicking that shit.
Yeah.
Like how to express yourself over a girl or love, or how to bounce back, how to persevere. You lose 94 keys. What you gotta do? Don't panic. So at the end of the day, I feel like on the blueprint, it was the GOAT talking GOAT talk. Like all overall stats 99, just dominating the game.
Okay, that's fire.
Let off a clip with that one.
Yeah, man. What you think about that cover though?
Huh?
It definitely was GOAT status there.
GOAT status. Like
it was
overhead shot, smoking a cigar.
It's cool.
Sitting on the table. That's not your ordinary table. That's real wood. That's like wood.
Right.
That's funny
on shake camera. Like I could definitely agree with that. That was definitely. It reminded me of when Kobe when he won his championship, or when Jordan was just chilling after his championship. So I could definitely see him smoking his cigar after his win. So I could see
I
that.
think in the name alone, the blueprint.
That's fire.
Any rapper that like came after, like even if you just a kid that aspires to be a rapper, you like just listen to that John, just like follow the blueprint. Like just put out some solid tracks, good production, talk about something. You might end up where he at. Well, you never know.
Okay. Nah, listen. For anybody 40 and up, that's probably your favorite album, favorite Jay-Z album. I could see it. And it's
has been, always will be.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck.
Bro, with yourself.
Nah, love yourself. That's what you need.
So you an Ether fan?
Hell yeah. Ether is a way more sinister, diabolical, destructive diss record than The Takeover. It is sickening, poison, quenching business.
Ether was nice.
It's a critical, if this was...
Had a one hot album every...
Right. Ether was nice, but I feel like Ether was like Nas's really only track. You'd be like, yeah, I'll play that shit again. I can't play all Nas shit over and over again. I can't.
Well, I'm not saying all Nas shit. I'm saying Ether only, nigga.
Oh, okay.
Ether is a better diss record than Takeover, bro.
You can't say, bro. That is by far the best diss record. I know out of all of this records in history, I think that particular one
is way more famous. It's way more famous than the Takeover, bro. It's way more famous, and it's
Hove John was nice. But
it's the true Hove. Hove was being too cool on the Takeover. Nas took all the gloves off. He pulled out a dirty, rusty knife and started carving away at Jay-Z. He said, "You Tybo hoe, trying to kick knowledge." He said, "You dick sucking lips."
Yo, bro,
it was destructive.
But and jabbing him on Takeover, coming with the
that shit was cute. Nas was mauling. He was biting his ear off like all he had. At the end of it, what was left was something that was so. It felt like a renaissance for Nas after that drop, bro. It felt like a new reforming of Nas fandom and fan base when that dropped. When Takeover dropped, yes, it was hype. Niggas was excited, but niggas were more excited about the fact that it happened and what Nas would do next. When Ether dropped, niggas was shocked. Like gangsters were clutching their pearls. Niggas was crazy.
Niggas was not clutching their pearls.
All right, buddy.
It was surprising because he was coming so hard. So that probably caught. Because at the end of the day, niggas were cool. But no, he weren't goofy. He spent nobody expected him to fuck like that.
Right. That's funny. Niggas was shocked more than anything. Yeah, they was nervous. They was nervous,
and that's what carried the shot factor. My fault.
No. I can agree with that. But they was
like. When everything leveled out and everybody like calmed down, Takeover was right there.
Yeah, that's funny as shit. Nah,
that shit to keep going. I wanted another round.
And I think that was the perfect non-violent rap beef.
No, Beans was right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need. And that was an iconic rap beef, and everybody took sides after that happened for years.
Who was on that side?
A lot of rappers were on our side, but
The
Nation of Islam, y'all funny as shit. We know who was the Jay-Z apologist on this platform. I hear you guys. But anywho, great picks, Kev. I fuck with those. You know, do you have a sleeper Jay-Z album? Underrated, John?
Sleeper? Honestly, I would have to say, thank you. I might have to, I don't want to get it wrong.
He about to play some old school shit.
Not real shit. I probably have to go with it's not too old school. In My Lifetime, for because my favorite Jay-Z song of all time is The City Is Mine, the second track. I remember the first time I heard Jay-Z, that's the first Jay-Z song I've ever heard.
Okay.
Well, I ever heard when I was a young boy. My cousin kept running it back. And this whole album, I know, like at the time, I didn't know what he was talking about, but I just it stands out to me because I just remember being a kid, just the voice, the beats, wanting to know more about this artist.
Right.
So that'll be my sleeper pick.
That's a good one. I fuck with that. All right, great picks, guys. So for me, my favorite Jay-Z album is an album that I could play straight through to this day. Mind you, this is coming off the heels of me being a devout and staunch Nas fan. A Nas.
It took a lot of work to get this nigga on
right. For some reason, my teenager ass thought I was gangster because I heard Illmatic and Ether and wanted to, pick a side. But after that, and I got over that shit, I really went back and listened to the Black Album. Okay. Jay-Z's first attempt at retiring in the rap game. The Black Album, to me, was a perfect rap or hip hop album all the way through. And it could be because essentially he got the cheat code, he got the layup cheat code because he garnered so much respect, so much admiration in the industry, in that space, that genre, that when he announced it or when he was planning and producing it, he got the pick of the litter. He got to work with the best of the best. All right, the Michael Rubins, the Rick Rubins, the Knife Wonders, the Just Blazes, the Neptunes, the Kanye West, pre-crackhead Kanye West, by the way. And they all, because they know this was the last one, they all gave it every ounce of what they had. The beats that they were saving for special occasions, the beats that they would not give your regular ass and your regular ass, to this day, they took out of the vault and say, here, Jay-Z. Yeah, I mean, it was like the fucking Triforce that Zelda had. Yeah, you know I mean, and they handed over. They probably gave that.
It was like a fucking what's the joint from Avengers?
I know what you're talking about.
The gauntlet.
They had to get into the gemstones.
That nigga was like,
yeah, I mean. And they probably get that nigga that shit for free. Yeah, I mean, because the monumental concept of a great artist like him retiring, you want to be a part of history. Yeah, you know I mean, so Jay-Z's immaculate bars paired with those really, really great beats and that production was a perfect marriage. And Jay-Z gave it everything he had too. You know what I mean? Straight through, right? So top 3 tracks, no particular order. First, one of the most iconic openers ever to any album. I'm not talking about the interlude, which is the technical first album. I'm talking about December 4, right? December 4th, which is a combination of Jay-Z and his mom talking, right, about his conception, his literal conception and his growth from child, man, rapper, artist. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. All right. Then, third favorite album on here is a public service announcement.
Yes.
Crazy. It felt like a indictment on the industry. It felt like a stat check for everybody else saying, hey, I am him. Even when I'm retiring, y'all need to get this shit together. You know what I mean? And then last one for me is Threat. That was murderous energy. That very dangerous. It's a record to let you know that I am still very dangerous. Do not fuck with me. I have an automatic weapon under my coat. Okay? And I don't die. I've been shot at and I've lived. You know what I mean? It was a phenomenal record. Okay? But that's my top 3. But you can listen to this whole album straight through without any skips, in my opinion, to this day. You about to say something?
I have a question.
Sure.
Do you feel like without the whole like aspect of the big retirement, the final concerts, the last tour, and all the hoopla that came with the album, album would still be so highly regarded?
No. Well, on merit alone, probably, but we will never know that, right? It was a technically really good album. I'm gonna get to you, Sean. It was a technically really, really well crafted album on its own, without all the context around it. You know what I mean? But with the context around it, it has a really rightful unfair advantage in the minds. It holds a particularly strong piece of real estate in all of our minds collectively because of what was going on around it. You know what I mean? And this current market of music, that probably will never happen again. Yeah, I mean, we don't give a fuck if Drake is going to say he's retiring next week.
I mean, question, is that even really a thing? Because remember, we had a previous conversation where I tried to tell you that I feel like sometimes like Jay-Z and like that whole little team, they may like create circumstances to like, capitalize off. So, cause even before that, a rapper retiring, and it even says that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
I think for his stature and for him as an artist, like he was the artist. We didn't have a lot of artists like him. So I think it's a double-edged sword for my statement. So I get what you're saying. Your album was great. Your album is good, but I think your album was a scare tactic, to be real with you.
Why should I?
Because throwing that out there, like him saying he the greatest, it was a Jordan move. That one was like coming out of retirement, but then retiring, but then like, yo, this is really it. It was a scare tactic. So having all these producers and all this production.
So you think he was manipulating?
Of course, like, and I'm a heavy Jay-Z fan, but I really believe.
Signal, bro.
But I think at that time it was definitely a scare tactic because you got to think about it, bro. This is before any of the stuff that we have nowadays. So back then, you're retiring. Oh, we gotta scramble. We gotta get all the stuff together. We gotta get all the producers, and he's just sitting back like Batman or MJ and just waiting to just not writing nothing to this. Just like, all right, go ahead, y'all do y'all. Let me know when y'all done. All right, we ready.
Dropped the album.
He dropped the album.
Years later. Probably a year later. I don't even know. Kingdom Come.
That joint was in months, bro. That joint was in months. You can see it. And then like at the time, he had a movie. He had like how Beyonce got like that whole movie concert thing. That nigga had that back then.
But retirement,
like so that was a Jordan move. That was a sophisticated Jordan move.
I hear you.
It worked though. It worked.
Oh yeah, it definitely worked.
That's what I was about to say. So what?
Nigga, well, I was scared.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I don't even know how old I was at the time, but I was scared. I'm like, oh, this over? It's over.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was 13 at the time, so you got to think about it like. We got to get ready. We really got to buy this album. This might be the last. And he just sitting back laughing like, that ain't. But all right, I got y'all.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because as a young boy, like I told you, like I could remember like the first time I had a favorite Jay-Z song from when I was a kid. But for a long time, like a long gap, I thought he was like a pop rapper, like just a radio rapper.
That's crazy.
You only hear him on like
the radio. That's crazy.
That was disrespectful, Kev.
I was a young boy. I
right.
Control what I took in.
You didn't have the hate and shit.
So when I was like, how old you say you were? 13
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, so
I'm an old ass man
in middle school, and like somebody playing that on an after school program, and then I'm really like, yo, this song's tough. I went back, like, I really listened to it, and it stuck with me. I was like, yo, this is a tough ass album.
Right.
And now looking back on it, it's like we were kind of hyping it up, like, oh, the world's ending.
Yeah, it definitely was like a world-ending type of.
Like every time we just took. It helped that he had solid tracks. Like,
yeah.
He didn't show any kinks in his armor. His skills hadn't diminished. So he put out some cool shit.
Yeah.
But some of them, like 99 Problems was cool, but it wasn't.
But you got to think.
That shit was fire.
That shit was fire, but you got to think he can't have like bars and crazy nice beats to everything. It got to be a mixture. Just like you thought he was a pop artist. All right, we're going to throw a little bit of that in there. Like so it got to be a mixture. So that's the only reason why
it made me revisit. And like Blueprint, I picked that as my favorite joint, and I'm sitting here saying it's the top joint ever. But I didn't listen to Blueprint all the way through till I was a grown ass man.
I can. I have a choice. I was like a fucking little ass grown man. My brother wasn't playing that. We putting that shit. I said, "Can we listen to T.I.?" No, we putting this Jay-Z in. So
yeah, no, y'all make some good points, and I could see Jay-Z with his hustler mind, scammer mind, manipulating the market, manipulating the space to get the best content, best beats, so he can really rack it up. You know what I mean? Get a big release.
Like this nigga could.
But yeah, like Kev said, so what? What you gonna do? Sue me?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's not just about the music. It is the context behind it. It's the great album cover, which is an homage to the Beatles' Black Album.
I didn't know that.
It's what he had to say. It was the crescendo of the end. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Just Blaze and Timberland, because I feel like their records with him really felt big, really felt on a production level theatrical. You know what I'm saying? It was like a movie, and that was if it was going to be a real send off, it was a beautiful one.
He matched that album with Linkin Park, right?
No, that was a different joint. That was like it was an album just before it.
Yeah.
So it was like an in between.
Yeah, so that's my pick. Yeah, you know I mean, great cover. Yeah, you know I mean, and the concept, phenomenal music, great bars, and great production, and just a great send off if it was going to be. I do have a sleeper. Yeah, I mean, so my sleeper Jay-Z album is a record that, for some reason, a lot of people don't fuck with. It is the same people that really love gangsta Jay-Z. My sleeper is 444. Okay, when I'm not talking about the Wendy's meal. Why are you bullying me? I get it. This was a departure from the Jay-Z we all know and love. Yes, he was not. Well, it's because he was critical. Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead. I'm like,
it was because he was critical. Yeah, I mean, he was now firmly on the other side of the rap industry. He is now an owner, and I think at this time he was part owner or already owner title. So he knew how the sausage was made. Pause. He knew how the industry ran, and he's from that perspective, he saw the delusion of what used to be his peers, which are other rap artists or hip hop artists, thinking that they're on the top of the world and that they're in a great space when you're really not. And in that album, on top of that, Jay-Z was apologizing, and rappers don't really apologize for anything. So I see why y'all don't really fuck with it. But for all those reasons why I loved it. It was another evolution of Jay-Z. Yeah, I mean, we got the Jay-Z that he's always gonna be a hustler. Yeah, he rapped about hustling for years. He rapped about money, all the stereotypical rap tropes for years, and I loved it. It's still fun to listen to. You know what I mean? It's cool. But this album was him really talking about personal shit. You know what I mean? And it's, for someone of his stature, you don't really hear that a lot. You don't hear that a lot.
I think to counter that, I think it was something like publicity stunt again. I think no, but you got to think about it. The elevator kick and Beyonce's sister snapping out because she know the truth. So a lot of things about to get exposed. So it just like, gotcha, bitch. I'm about to hit you with one of these singles before all of that got exposed. And I think it was just a lot of people just like, come on, Jay. We needed you to say something. And he don't publicly say too much unless he needs to. And I think that was just like a more than needed opportunity to put that album out.
I just think it's a little wild based off which, like, to piggyback off Sean, it's a little wild to make $1 billion rapping that gangster shit, that drug shit, that hustler shit. That after you become a billionaire, try to scold niggas, basically. It's a little wild. And it goes back to say, nobody made $1 billion in this world ethically.
Ethically.
Yeah.
But you're wrong, though, Kev, my brother. He didn't make $1 billion rapping. No one makes $1 billion rapping. He made the bulk of his assets by liquidation events. And that's how real wealth gets generated. He bought and sold shit. He didn't make a lot of money. He didn't make the bulk of his wealth from rap. He
He started it with from the rap.
He started with rap, obviously, and he developed, bought, and sold businesses, right? And from the business endeavors, he then got on the other side of the business of the music industry. Yeah, I mean, so I don't think that's fair to say that. Oh, nah, after he capitalized off rap, he could be super critical on rap. No, he can be super critical of rap because he actually now understands and sees firsthand that at the top is very few of him. Yeah, I mean, at the tippy top, and at the top, it's a lot of other people that don't look like him or us, manipulating rappers that look like us. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like before he got to the top, he could have looked up and told us that. Like he could have seen that from the top. He didn't have to take the elevator all the way up to see that it's not many people. On that 8th floor, he should have looked around. Like,
once I get to 50, damn.
The quantity of the black people is not important. It's what the non-black people are doing to the black people is important, right? The puppet string that they're pulling, the games that they're playing, the deals that they're brokering that's unfair and unjust. He's now for the first time privy to that information, and he's seeing the buffoonery that's happening on the rap side.
Right.
And he wants better. Yeah, I mean, he's frustrated. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I love Jay-Z. But like, I'm time with my man Sean in terms of
I just think he's just manipulating niggas.
He's a competitor. He's an MC. He's like,
it's business, bro.
He see that like niggas. Well, the masses, they're ready to hear this stuff. You see Kendrick been dropping his little gems like that. J. Cole, Absol. We got a bunch of rappers where it's like they have a wave where it's like they talk, but they still like have been exposing the truth of the music industry and life in general about being a black man trying to make it.
That's cool.
And they've been doing their thing. And I think Jay-Z seeing like, oh, okay, I can make a little couple dollars there too.
Nah, you smoking.
No.
Nah, y'all smoking. You smoking.
All right.
No. You smoking dusk. I do not subscribe to the idea or the concept that Jay-Z is essentially the Apple to Android in the sense that, of course, he's a capitalist. He's a hustler, but I don't subscribe that he's the Apple to the Android in the sense that whenever Android goes on a limb and puts out something innovative, that Apple waits a while and then comes out with the same exact thing that's in their spin. Yeah. I don't subscribe to that. I think it's more the other lines that Jay-Z, yes, he's a rapper. Yes, he's a capitalist. Yes, he's a hustler. But he has particular interests, and those particular interests is centered around black people and black people interests and culture. And it just so happens that rap or hip hop music is predominantly comprised of black people. And he can be, because he has a vested interest in, and you can do your own research on this, he has a vested interest in black issues. You know what I mean? And when you put money into something, I don't give a fuck what anybody else think. I'm gonna have opinions. I'm gonna ask you to say no matter what you think, nigga. Yes, put down the money phone and shut the fuck up. I just freed a bunch of people out of prison, or I just paid for a bunch of people's lawyers that didn't kill people. So I can talk about the whole hip hop sphere.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, you know
I can agree with that. I hear what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, but I can even piggyback on what you're saying with that. I think it was just more of a not fucking up his image than anything, because like with all the allegations and all the things going on, he definitely had to secure his image, because he was capitalized off it, but he doesn't need to capitalize off the album at all, or any of these other ones. Like Sean's saying, it's more of a protect my image, protect me, my family, because he's not about to look crazy at his stature and get it all snatched away. We blacks, bro. It's as quick as we could get it, as quick as it could get snatched back away. So I think that's the reason of that album. Like he just
come to the dark side, Sean.
No, but it's not. But it's just like when I heard this album as a black man, I'm like, yo, like he's speaking some truth. Like it's not it's no bangers on there for real. Right. But it wasn't a banger album. It was just speaking some truth, and it had people really listening and locking in and trying to open up their own ears to their own life. But he had to still protect. It was a double-edged situation, not even sword, just a double-edged situation that needed to be spoke upon for himself and for all of us blacks and men and women.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Like stuff had to be spoken upon. So
I feel like we sleeping on his competitive nature.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that is it was stuff that needed to be spoken on. Like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think Jay-Z is gonna go too long without pinning something out. And at the end of the day, he's not setting trends or making new waves, so he has to
have something.
And I think what was I about to say? Nah, never mind.
Yeah, I could add to that. I think. I
think it's like a conspiracy. I don't even think it was a conspiracy theory where every time Nas drops or is about to drop, Jay-Z drops something or someone affiliated with Jay-Z drops.
Yeah, I was about to add to that.
Like that alone, I feel like will keep him like that's relevant. End up with a 444.
Yeah.
Or next time 12.
No,
talking about
whatever
the chef. Like
no, but because I was just about to add to that because he about to come out with something because Drake came out about 5 albums, so he about to come out with something to put Drake back in his lane. Because too many people saying he GOAT, he gotta let people know who Big Bro is.
It's a losing battle though, right?
It is.
No, but it's a losing battle, but he don't want nobody else to put that GOAT in front of nobody else but himself. So
I think he cares. I don't think he cares with the Drake. But anywho, we don't got to get into that whole situation. I just find it funny how none of y'all said, so we just not going to, nobody has Best of Both Worlds as his favorite?
Bro, I got a job.
Right, bro. I didn't know that job, bro. Listen, I'm going through something right now. Bro. I can't participate in that.
That's crazy, bro. Nah, yeah.
No, I mean, it was definitely a well put together album, but that just wasn't for me. Like,
yeah, at the time I was a young boy, like revisiting it. There's no bops that I could bop to.
Yeah,
my sister playing that joint in the car, listening to R. Kelly when R. Kelly was a singer. So I can't.
That's crazy.
But seriously,
then they didn't complete the tour, so I just look at that as like an incomplete package, right?
Right. I support that. But anywho, great picks, fellas. Great picks, man. I don't think any of us had any bad picks today. I'm sure the internet will say otherwise.
So I got one to add. Who is your Mount Rushmore of rappers?
I humbly decline. I don't want to pretend the Mount Rushmore rappers conversation is boring. Keep me out of it.
When you ask Mount Rushmore, you mean like his favorites or who he think is like skill wise and
like of yours particular?
Mine?
Yeah, of yours. I'm not saying like if they put a poll and like, do you agree with overall? I'm talking about your particular ones.
My particular ones is Dylan. Get out of the frame, man. Get out of here. But yeah, I just feel like these type of conversations has been done to infinity. No one really cares about your top 5 as the same as no one really cares about how you feel. Go ahead, Kev. Boo.
Jay-Z.
Boo. Boo! That's not even his list.
Pulled out his list. He was like,
pulled off a list off the internet.
Right.
Lil Wayne.
Nigga said Biggie Smalls. You are 30. The fuck?
Kendrick Lamar. And then J. Cole.
First of all, that's 10 niggas on the Mount Rushmore.
Like they all.
He said 5.
Niggas only 3 up there.
Oh, I thought we said 5.
Nigga, damn! I need to go back to school.
Yo, nah, it is shit like that. Is like it's
I was going to do 3.
Yeah, and it doesn't add much to the discourse about this genre.
No.
Trump got Macklemore. That shit crazy.
No, but that makes sense.
Speaking of Jay-Z and Eminem, who had the better verse on Renegade? but you won't say it on Renegade.
Right. Y'all niggas
right.
So Eminem cooked.
Yeah, I just love when a white nigga rap fast. Like, what the fuck?
I don't want to listen to no fucking Twister.
Look,
like, I'm good.
This shit. If Eminem wasn't a real rapper and successful in real life, 8 Mile will be looked at as like a comedy. But we take that shit serious because Eminem is a real person.
Exactly. That laugh is crazy, bro. No, that's funny. But this has been another PC Club episode, a Guru House Magazine show. Like, comment, and subscribe if you got some songs you want us to listen to. If you got some artists you want us to talk about, put them in the comments below. We might check them out. We might not. You never know. But anyway, we out of here. Peace.